Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and this is a new video segment that I'm doing, series, since I finished my last project from Hannah Calzone. You can see that on my previous video. So now, as you can see, I'm going to do the Kerry Rosales World Within Worlds. And if you take a peek to the side of each book, I'm sure you recognize now what I'm going to be doing. Is I'm working on the camels with the volcano. I've been requested to do this particular project, so of course I am responding to that. And we'll be doing it. I'm really looking forward to this one. I've got some special things I want to show you. And what I'm going to ask you, since this is probably a brand new process that you haven't seen before, I'm going to need you to stick with me through the video so that you can see the concept. I think you're going to like it. It's different, and it's just a neat thing to be doing. All right, so I need to show you what this particular project is that I'm doing. And if you look right now, you can see that the volcano on the right looks darker than the one on the left, and there's a reason for that. Kerry does some really great artwork, obviously, and because of his style, it compelled me to go ahead and do some add-ons of my own. So I've just been having a ball with this, and I'm going to put a reference on this video of a previous one that I've done of some pen and ink work that I have done on a Kerry book. And you'll see samples of what I have in mind. So like I said, I'll reference that video. But today what I'm going to be doing is I'm working specifically with pen right now before I do coloring. There will be coloring, obviously. So if you've been following me on my videos, you know that I work with 3 different pen sizes. I've got a very small one, which is the 0.25 millimeter. Then I've got a 0.5 pilot, and then I have a 0.7 pilot. And let me pull you in so you can see the different line widths that you can get. Oh man, isn't that Kerry book fabulous? I love it. Okay, let me situate here. The 0.25 is very narrow, as you can see. The 0.5 is a little bit thicker. And then this is the thickest of the 0.7. Now, let me do one thing. I'm going to pull you in even a little bit closer so you can really see this. All right, so here's 0.5, or the 0.25. Here's the 0.5. And here is the 0.7. You can definitely see those differences. So the concept here is to customize the page with ink, and then turn around and some drawing add-ons, and I'll show you how to do that. And again, if you've been following my videos, I teach you how to do this. So I know that you can do it, because as I've said until I'm blue in the face, I will never show you something that I don't think that you can't do. All right, so let me pull you out. Move my paper here. And I'm going to concentrate now on the right-hand side of the page. So the first thing that I want to show you, and I've done some of this already. Again, I'm going to show you the difference. See how lighter that is? All right. So taking my 0.25 pen, I'm following Kirby's lead with the ink work, and what I'm doing here is I'm simply darkening some of the lines that he's already put in there. Now, the outcome on this is phenomenal. It just looks beautiful. And what I want you to do is just follow along and watch what I'm doing here. It's nothing exotic. It's just highlighting the ink that he's already put on the page. And the really neat thing here is when we go to color this, it's going to really pop. And that's the whole idea. As I said, you can really see the difference between what I've already done and the original Kirby work. Let's see here. If you followed my tutorial, my instructional tutorial with the moon that I did of Kirby's, you'll remember that I also did the same as I darkened in some of the swatches. This is nothing exotic here at all. Nothing difficult. But I really want you to see the impact by just simply adding a few additional strokes. It's just dramatic. It's great. And like I said, you can really see the difference when you go to color it. And as you can see, I'm not adding anything of my own at all. I'm taking full lead by what Kirby has initially put down. Now, if I do happen to do something a little different than what he did, I will tell you, of course, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. But you can see how this mountain is really popping now. And again, wait until it's colored beautiful. It's just amazing what a few strokes of the pen will do. Does that bring up, brings up the little saying, the pen is mightier than the sword? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay. Now I'm taking this one down a little bit further. Again, you don't have to at all if you don't want to. Let's see here. And again, I'm not doing anything extra that Kirby hasn't already drawn in here. Let's see here. Oh man, that looks fantastic. And listen, it's going to really make a difference when I start coloring this. This is another reason, because right now you can really see now these lava flows. Let me pull you out a little bit. See that? You can really see these lava channels. That looks so neat. All right. Now, let me show you a couple of other things here. So the next area now that I'm going to look at are the trees. And if you notice, I've already done this area on the trees. When Kirby does his, let me make sure my pen's working. Okay, hold on, please. There we go. When Kirby does his trees, he tends to do them with just the top, see? So all I'm doing, and I did this on that moonscape, is I'm just adding literally the bottoms to these bushy trees. Let me just pull you in just a little bit here so you can see that. Let's see here. And actually, I don't know if you'd call them trees, because he's got his trees that he put here already. The bushes, actually. Now, for these bushes, I am going to pop up one pen weight to my 0.5. There we go. And as you can see, I'm just literally adding little squiggles that go like this. Look. See? That's all I'm adding. It's like W's. Let me catch it over here. And what that's doing is that that's popping up these bushes a little more. And don't be afraid of doing this. You're not going to ruin your book. yeah. It looks so neat. All right, let me pull you out. Now, look at the difference. And when this goes to get colored with the greens that I have in mind, it's gonna look absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Isn't that neat? All right. Now the other enhancement that I made are the birds. And these birds are very straightforward. And for those of you who, let me erase this out here. For those of you who might be a little concerned about inking the birds in your book, is you go ahead and take your mechanical pencil. I've talked about this, you've again seen this, and just go ahead and very lightly draw your bird. And you can put in as many as you want, of course. Kirby had these original 1, 2, 3, 5. I went ahead and added these 4, and I put these little movement marks here. And I'm going to go ahead and just put in some teeny tiny ones here. See, I'm taking it out this way. Now, you don't have to do that, obviously, but I'd like to encourage you to do it because it just looks neat. Now, what you do then is you take your narrowest pen, inking pen, and you go right over your pencil. And if you don't like how the original pencil came out, you can vary it, because obviously the pencil, by putting the ink on it, you can change it to be what you want it to be if you feel that you've made a little whoopsie. There we go. And then what you do is, once that ink has dried, which I'm okay with it now, is you just very lightly take your eraser and erase off your pencil marks, your guidelines. There you go. Oh, that looks so cool. All right, so now what we've done is we've gone through, enhanced the mountain, added the birds, and the other thing now, I'm going to move on to another part of this. And I've already done it. You may even notice, is you see how this is a little bit darker underneath here. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you want to go ahead and add some birds, this is the left side of the page, that's fine. You can do that as well. But now what I'm going to do is, with my 05 pen, is I'm going to go over the lines that Kirby drew that are right underneath the ocean and the camel. It's basically underneath the ocean. Now, the reason that I'm doing that is it adds a little bit of shadow there. And that's going to look really cool. See, you can see that I've already done it up to here. Now, look at the difference. See that, how much that now pops? And that gives that water a really nice shelf look, and it distinguishes between the two levels. That is the whole point. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that along. I'm just drawing little wispy lines here. See? And I can see it through the camera. I mean, look at the difference. So we got up to here. Look how gray. Now, see how much lighter that is? But look at the definition now that we've got here. Beautiful. Okay. And just follow the lines that Kirby's put there. Again, we're not doing anything exotic, okay? I'm literally drawing on top of the lines with very little exception that Kirby has put there. And that looks so cool. Now, there's a gap right here. I'm going to honor that gap. Okay. And now I'm going to go up and just squeeze right in here. See the difference? You can really see the difference just right between here and here. And you want wispy type lines. Wow, look at that shelf now that's there. Gorgeous. All right. Now, while we're here, if you want to, you can also enhance this dark area where Kirby has defined the leg. Yeah. Just a little bit of add-on there. Now, look at the difference between the two pages where I've enhanced and where I haven't. See how much this pops, and this side is looking pretty gray here. Excuse me while I get a little water. And you can also see the big difference between the mountains. And when I start coloring in that lava on both sides, wow, it's just going to be phenomenal. Okay. So let me pull you down here. Dun. Oop, don't want to run over that little fish there. Look at the difference. Okay, now there's my turtle. I'm going to pull you in just a little bit more here. Okay, so we don't want to run over the turtle here. Just very carefully, little teeny tiny lines there. There we go. Okay, now we've got a nice shading of the leg here. I'm not going to darken that because this is already darkened down here. Now I'm just going to add just a little bit here on the bottom. There we go. All right, so back up to the leg, and again, look at the difference. Pull you out. See that difference? This really enhances it beautifully. I really want to get you past any heebie-jeebies that you have about doing this. And again, look at the difference between where I've done it and where I haven't. And as I'm doing this, guys, you might even get creative with your own enhancements. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything underneath here because Kirby didn't, but I'm going to pop back up here. Okay. And let's see here. I'm just going to judiciously do it here, just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go with my very narrow pen, my 0.25 pen, and I'm going to go down the tail. And we want that lighter pen because you don't want it to turn. Now, I'm adding a little bit longer here just because I can. I just thought that would look cool. If you want to have a little fun with your Kirby book and do that, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Okay. Now, let me put this together for you. And pull out so you can see. Now, look how that pops. Isn't that neat? We didn't do anything weird or exotic. Okay. We've got a really nice shading now underneath the shelf of where that water is and the bottom of the camel. This side of the, you can definitely tell the difference between the two peaks. And you can tell the difference between the bushes that are a little thicker here and more bushy than it is over here. Okay, now there's one more area that I'm going to enhance. Let's see. And to get to that area, I need to grab a few supplies here. Let's So I'm going to pause video for a second and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. I just had to grab a couple of things here before I can show you this. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, excuse me while I tilt you up, is I'm going to do a few enhancements now on the camel. Now I'm going to use my finer pen. Let me pull you in here so you can see. I'm using my skinniest pen, and I'm going to distinguish now between the mane of the camel and the neck. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just start following, and again I've got my finest pen because I don't want to make this very heavy, and I just want to start enhancing this area. And again, I'm following Kirby's lead here. Now here I'm adding a little bit extra just to give it a little bit of kick and to separate some of these fur lines. And I'll tell you what, let me bring you really close so you can see if you want to follow exactly what I'm doing. And you can pause the video and do this yourself. So see, I'm just going to add just a little bit. See how that's starting to distinguish the fur? That is just so neat. And I'm going to go ahead and just darken in this area where these roots are. Oh my gosh, the camel's got roots. And then I'm going to come down here. And just go over the ear and then come up here. And that will be enhanced now with colored pencil. So I'm going to add just a little bit here. Look how nifty that looks. And I'm going to touch on the tips, just a little bit of the hair, the fur, excuse me. And again, you can pause this video if you're following exactly what I'm doing. But look how that's now starting to pull out the detail on this camel. Let's see here. So the ears here, okay. Just gonna color that in. There we go. And I'm going to enhance, I'm following Kirby's lines around the eye and the face. Let's see how I can do this so I don't get in your way. Now remember, we're going to come back here with colored pencil. Okay. So I'm going to leave that for now. I lied. I want to do something on the nose here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see here. So just gonna get that between the eye and the nose. Okay, look how that whole feature now is popping out. All right, now I'm going to leave that for now. I may or may not do a little bit later, but that's enough of what I want to do for the moment. Oh, let me do one more thing here. Let's go ahead and enhance underneath the chin. Okay. Okay. So now what I want to distinguish, and I'm going to pull you out just a little bit, is that there is a definite mane on this camel. And so I want to darken in the fur just enough to distinguish that mane. So let's see here. Now I'm just following the lines that Kirby has already drawn in. And let's see, so that's going to be roughly, okay, right here. All right, you see where I'm going with this? Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. And guys, I'm telling you, I mean, look how sweet that looks. I'm looking through my viewfinder and I can really, really see how beautifully this is distinguishing this. See, this is why I love Kirby's books, because I can't illustrate. I can't draw. I really can't. So this gives me just enough enjoyment in drawing as much as I'm capable of drawing. Okay, so I'm going to blend this down. Okay. Look how that is coming out now. Ah, love it. Okay, now I'm going to go back up here and I'm just going to pull this over to the right just a little bit more so I don't have a streaky line. Okay, I want this to fade into the mane. See what I'm doing? How I'm just pulling out the fur. And again, I'm doing this with my narrowest pen. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And wait until I hit this with colored pencil. Oh, cool. Now, I'm going to also hit these tips because I want them to be a little more fur. So where Kirby just drew like just a line right here, I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple. Okay, see what I'm doing here? I want to not get in your way here. Okay. Oh, that is just beautiful. And like I said, wait until the colored pencil hits it. Okay, now let me pull you out. So as I'm looking at this now, you can see the jawline. We can see right here where there's a little bit of fur this way. So I'm just going to gently just enhance there a little bit, just a tad, okay? And see how now this fur is coming down here. So I'm just going to emphasize that just a little bit. And remember, I'm going to go back and do color pencil on this, which is really going to make it look phenomenal. Oh my gosh. See how that distinctly is coming out? Okay, so I see another little area in here. So let me just gently, just a little bit, okay? All right, because that's what fur does. It lays in patterns. And I'm just going to merge that back up here. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, that's gorgeous. Look how that's pulled that up now. Let's see here. So let me just enhance here. Because I want to pull that jaw line up. Look at that. Now I've got a nice clear definition of that jawline. And again, wait until this pencil hits it. It's going to be phenomenal. All right, so I'm just lightly going to hit this. Just barely. There we go. That's enough. Okay. I really don't see anything else at this point. She says drawing on here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull you out and let you see what the overall effect is. I mean, you can see it. You can see it. Oh, gorgeous. See how we've got that nice distinguishing patch here? Because of just darkening in here. I just got the mane in there now and then did a little bit on the top. Oh, I can't wait to get my pencil to it. Okay, so let me get the other half of this. All right, now remember, I haven't done that second volcano yet. Is that not neat? Oh my gosh, guys. We enhanced the legs a little bit. We definitely made it a little darker here underneath to define that ridge. We've got the mane and the face enhanced and the eye, especially the mane now. Gorgeous. Got to do the trees on this side. Got to do the volcano on this side. So I'll do that off camera because I've shown you enough. and added a few birds. Okay. Now, I can't wait to start coloring this because there's some really neat stuff that I want to do with the sky, and I can't wait to do this volcano stuff. All right, guys, I really, really hope that this has excited you. Do not let this throw you. It is not complex at all. It's straightforward, and you can pause the video and then do the same things that I'm doing and did with this. But look at what you're going to come up with when you go ahead and follow my lead. All right, guys, that's it for today. This is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I hope somebody learned something out of this, and I hope you're excited to continue the series with me. Joyous, joyous coloring. Please don't forget to subscribe. I really would appreciate it. And love to hear it. Give me a thumbs up because that pulls my rankings up, which I really appreciate. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.